Welcome to Step 8 Up Academy. Training and upskilling. How important are they for small and growing businesses? Let's hear straight from employers themselves.
So, why does training matter? Training matters and people should invest in it because when people train, when they learn, even at work, this is something that they take away and continue to develop afterwards. So it's all about personal development, not just now, not just something that immediately they can apply, but something they can apply next week, next month, in the future. And when an employer actually invests in a person's development, it is far more likely that person will feel engaged in their role, feel that the company cares about that, and then they'll stay. They'll want to continue to grow with that company, and that's why training matters.
Sometimes when I talk to employers about recruiting, we talk to them about the expense of recruiting somebody who's already qualified, somebody who's already experienced. The challenge with that is finding people with the same values as yourself or your organisation. So what we encourage employers to do is to recruit an apprentice who won't have the experience that they're looking for, but will have the passion and the interest and the desire to learn. And the benefit to the employer by recruiting somebody raw like that is that that person can grow and the employer can develop the values that they want their staff to have within their own organisation. And that's why we talk to them about growing your own talent.
It goes out in my mind that training is an absolute investment. I remember when I started out in sales, I drove around for 3 hours too scared to call in to see my first client. But then when that was complemented by bespoke training, that helped me enormously. There are occasions when you need immediate training because of the situation, but really it is an investment, and I'm so pleased I received it over the years. Thank you.
If you only need to look at the day rates that are charged out by businesses now to bring people in with genuine skills in the software development space, it really demonstrates the lack of individuals, the lack of depth in that candidate market for software development. For everything from entry level up to senior, 10, 15 years onwards. And because it's constantly changing, as we referred to earlier, it's something that constantly needs refreshing as well. So there's a massive skills shortage there. And we see that by how much the salary growth, not only on a day rate, but also on a per annum salary growth that's increased over the last 5 years. So it's a massive hindrance to businesses looking to recruit, because 5 years ago they were paying 30%, say 20%, 30% less than they're paying now. So it's a real issue for businesses that we work with. Yeah, there's a massive challenge there.
Right, okay. So I basically think it should be an investment in the future more so than being a knee-jerk reaction to things. There's a lot of SMEs out there, a lot of companies I've come across where they'll start looking into things like wellbeing training and things only after someone's actually been signed off with stress or when they've had a nervous breakdown. But really, it should be something that's already happened in the first place. So there are a lot of companies out there that do training to knee-jerk reaction, but the good companies are the ones that actually see it as being a long-term investment, and they should have planned for this thing before it actually happened.
It would certainly slow down growth if we didn't use the skills bootcamps. The reason behind that is because if we, on the technical side, that's really where we need people within the business, even a construction business like mine. We need the technical aspect of it, because otherwise it's essentially coming down to the shoulders of the actual owner themselves, like myself. Mm-hmm. And although I'm relatively savvy on the computer and with technology, I'm not as good as some of the people that actually do this on a day-to-day basis.
So what do I think of training for growth of business? I think it's an essential thing. It's not really a nice to have, but it's also valuable. I mean, the whole point is to take your people that you trust, and really upskill them. You can get so much more out of people, and people also, your staff, feel valued if they're training. I do it with my business all the time, and I think sometimes change is as good as the rest. I think learning new skills quite often makes the job a bit more interesting, a bit more palatable, and it's so much more of an accessible thing. And it's nice when you get someone that feels they're pigeonholed maybe in the same role and they learn something new. Suddenly to them it's a new job and they want to stay around for longer. They just tick so many boxes. But yeah, I'm a big fan of it.
The skills boot camps are a great opportunity and a great learning experience for people that are looking to change their careers or people that are returning to the world of work. And it's a great opportunity for them, but it's also a great opportunity for employers to, if you like, try before you buy, and to give people that experience and those opportunities. And it's also often a natural progression from skills boot camps into apprenticeships as well. So I think it's a wonderful idea.
Hi, I'm Graham Forrest from Caldera Associates. We're specialists in Zoho CRM software. Without training, it's absolutely critical for any business to achieve the best results in CRM.
Training is essential for businesses. Certainly when you get new systems or new processes, you really want to make sure that you understand them fully and utilise them to the maximum. So yeah, I've had a lot of success from taking training in the past and then utilising it, so it's a must.
And maybe you've got a question around this, which is the difference between looking to recruit people in with that experience and or train their own internal teams, and the trade-off between the two. And we always talk about how it's much more economical and better for team growth if you can upskill your existing workforce as opposed to bringing new people in. There's always an element of risk about bringing new people in. I perhaps shouldn't say that as a recruiter, but there is. So if you can upskill your own team, absolutely always prefer to do that.
I think training for staff in small to medium-sized businesses is critical. I think it's a worthy investment for businesses to train their staff so that they can become the success of the business.
Make or help businesses grow in the sense of encouraging staff to better themselves, to look at how they can develop. And for myself, training starts from within, so understanding and knowing where you need to grow. So when one understands where growth is, an area of growth, if an employer comes in and supports that growth, because we're always looking to grow at some point in a certain way, the way we think, the way we process things. And I think what training does is it brings it all together, and it allows you to see you growing step by step. And the training is always a key part of any person's development, almost like a mentor, guiding that person through the training and allowing them to see what areas they have improved in and what areas they can improve. So 100% training is definitely needed for growth.
Training is an absolutely invaluable aspect of the employee experience. You know, when you invest in your people to grow, they stay with you, they grow with you. And that makes everybody more successful. So when we invest in our people, you know, they give more, you unlock that discretionary effort, that kind of the unlocked potential that's within people. They're more inclined to give it to you as a business owner. So that for me is the value of training.
So I think certainly without using Skills Bootcamp or Simba, we would be hampering growth, absolutely, certainly. So what matters to me with this, because we've got an element of government funding on this, and because we have a budget for training, but that budget for training is generally put for the guys have to do their gas safe every 5 years, for instance. That's a day out for the business and a cost. And we've got a number of different engineers, so we have got a budget in our business for that, not necessarily the new technologies going forward. So together with that, and if we was to see a return on investment on what we do, so seeing numbers in front of us and how much we can get from A to B in a much quicker fashion than essentially relying on a business owner like myself to introduce these systems, would be is really, really a positive for us.
When people grow, businesses rise. Step 8 Up Academy, helping SMEs build stronger teams through learning, training, and opportunity.